Hey, what's up, collective? Welcome to Tarot Numerology. This will be a predictive numerology reading for October 31st, Halloween. Halloween is always on the 31st. It's always on an energy of law. It's always on an energy of where you can get caught breaking the rules, or it's more than likely you'll get caught breaking the rules. It's very interesting that Halloween's always on a day like that. The full numerology for the 31st, October 31st, if you add each single number up 1, 3, and 4, 415, 527, 729, 95, 14. 14 is a base number of 5. 5 is a party energy. So, right when I noticed that today, I realized, oh man, Halloween's going to have some crazy parties. Why? Because the whole number breakdown breaks down to a 5. And it's also the 31st, which that can be chaotic. The fact that it's going to be on a 4 day and all of Halloween will be a 5 day. So I would be very careful, guys. If you plan on going to a party, partying or throwing a party or anything of that nature on Halloween, the fact that it's the 31st and it's a law number, I would chill and not do anything crazy or be in an environment where people are not going to be chill and do crazy things. I'd make sure I'm not in an environment like that with that number breakdown. In my opinion, do what you want. In fact, might be kind of exciting depending where you are in that situation. But you know, I can foresee a lot of parties getting raided, things like that, especially in ghetto places, because I've seen it. Right? I used to go to parties. I used to go to backyard parties with bands playing things like that, and that kind of stuff would get raided. And if that kind of stuff is going on a day like this, obviously with that 4 number and that 5 number, it could be pretty chaotic because that 5 is such a heavy party, free, I can do what I want energy, and 4 is such a no, you can't do what you want energy. So it's an interesting mix, for real. So let's get into the 4 energy, right? If you've heard me talk before, you know what I'm going to say. It's the law of number. It's the number of planning things, the number of stability, the number of studying something in order to get something right because you're going to go do something, planning everything correctly. It's all about stability. And if you're doing things in an unstable manner with this energy, it can go really bad. It's the number of no rekindlement when it comes to like fights. You don't want to get in fights with your significant other on a 4 day and then try to like get them back that same day. It's more than likely not going to happen. It's a law number. It's like, nope, incorrect. You didn't do right, so you don't get the prize. You know, you broke the rules. So no, that's the energy in predictive numerology with the number 4, right? So on Halloween, I would make sure I have all my bases covered and all my decisions. I've thought everything through. Is what I would suggest for a day like October 31st, 2025. Now, if you notice, addresses that break down to 4, this is the kind of people it'll cultivate. So, like an address like 301 or 202 or whatever other combination of numbers that'll break down to a 4. An address like that will hold people that are constantly worrying about finances, constantly worrying about planning things correctly, making sure everything's fair and squared away and there's no debt. That's that kind of energy. Also, I've noticed 4 addresses. It's a very like you have to be in with the people there to get benefits. That kind of energy. Like if they don't know you, you're not gonna get such a warm welcome. But if they do know you, you get access to all kinds of things. It's you know. Okay, exactly. Moving on to the full base number of October 31st, 2025, which is a base number of 5. Like I said, ever changing, always evolving, kind of chaotic because the 5 energy is always looking for stimulation and it's always looking for change ups. It's always looking for seduction, sounds, smells, rhythms, all that stuff. Stimulation. Uh, it can get pretty wild in party settings and stuff like that. So I know there's going to be a bunch of parties on Halloween. It's just what it is. So, like I said, be careful. That 5 and 4 combination together, you know, just beware of being balanced, Have a designated driver. Know your exits. Uh, don't do anything crazy legal. That's what I would say. So let's draw some cards for that day, for October 31st, 2025, for this collective. Let's see what we got here. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, okay. 18, okay, interesting. Something about people in this collective need to step out of their comfort zone or stop having self-limiting beliefs with something, drop some sort of burden is definitely here. 8 and 10 break down to 18. 18 is the moon. And the moon emphasizes try to be courageous when things are unclear. Things are not what they seem, so don't overreact to the ambiguity of things. Put it that way. King of Wands energy. Okay, yeah, so again, emphasizing collective, something about being confident that day in your decisions and not having self-limiting beliefs. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. This is going to drop some burdens. So whoever's the collective that's connecting with this reading right now, there's something about you having confidence on Halloween and not having these self-limiting beliefs. And also to remember that not everything is as it seems. There's also that energy for the 31st for this collective. Joker, interesting. Okay. 5 of Swords. I was just getting the vibe that you're dealing with someone who's got beef with you in a sense here. And then the 5 of Swords came out, so that confirmed it. For some reason, Taurus, on Halloween, you might be confronted by energies that have beef with you, that have something against you, that have... Could be a fire sign. There's Leo, Sagittarius. I also got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. No Earth energy yet here, which is interesting. Because I feel like I'm just getting the energy of someone else here, not you. What's going on with this individual? I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter. This is a collective reading. But I am seeing a lot of air energy here. So if you're an air sign, I feel like there is some self-limiting stuff going on here with whatever air signs. If you're cross-watching or if you're an air sign, there is something about rebirthing out of pride, and there's something like this going on the 31st. So yeah, so there's obviously confrontation going on here on the 31st, which would happen on a number like that. 5 of Cups, healing. I was just going to say it's better to walk away. On days that are the 4th, the 31st, the 13th, 22nd, when there's this type of energy going on, it's probably best to walk away, especially with 4 energy. You want to let that simmer down. 8 of Wands. But yeah, again, I feel an attack type energy from a fire sign, possibly to an air sign. I'm feeling this kind of attack energy here. Okay, interesting. So yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about with a 4 number and it being a 5-day and things of this nature. Things could pop off, right? Disagreements could happen like that with that 4 energy. Let's see. What else for this collective? October 31st, 2025. Judgment. 2 times. Okay. Interesting. Okay, there's definitely, I'm getting the energy of someone who is like calling out someone for making some sort of risky decision without thinking it through. And it could be about a relationship here. There's judgment about it. The chariot in reverse. I mean, the chariot in reverse is all about, like, you know, going on a journey and maintaining your composure and not getting too sidelined by the extremes of life, being overly emotional or being overly logical or being overly anything, you know, being balanced about your journey that you're going through. And it's in reverse, so it's telling me. And then the fool's here. So something tells me that Taurus, either you, or sorry, not Taurus, but anyone in this collective either has made some kind of wild decision or some kind of big move, big chance, and there is some judgment about this decision. And for a lot of you, I see it's a relationship. Two of Cups out here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this all breaks down to a 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 7, 2. Yeah, there's definitely judgment about someone making drastic changes, a drastic jump, a drastic partnered choice, a relationship they've joined. Something about this is under judgment here. It could be coming out on the 31st, 2025. Interesting here. I kind of get the energy of whoever, if you go to a party, a Halloween party or something, nothing crazy. It could just be, you know, I know there's all ages listening to this. It just could be like a simple mixer get together, nothing wild, but there might be someone who is going to be in this like high horse judging energy about a choice that someone has made here in the collective, possibly relationship, something of that nature. For sure, I see that. What else for October 31st, 2025? 5, 5, 10, 12, 12, and 6, 18. Okay, so that moon energy again. Again, things are not what they seem. Something about things not being what they seem on the 31st on Halloween. About a relationship. Okay. Trusting voice. Okay. So yeah. Collective. A lot of you are going to be experiencing people wanting to know about a relationship, whether you're in a relationship or you wanting to know about someone's relationship. And a lot of it has to do with trusting your voice when trying to find this out. 4 Cups tells me whoever is judging, they're bored with their life or whatever, so they have nothing better to do to meddle in your business here, collective, is what I'm seeing. So you're definitely going to experience an energy like that on Halloween. I'm going to leave it right there, collective. Please be safe. That 4 energy can get you, and that 5 energy can get a little out of hand. So try to remain balanced on Halloween. Make good decisions. Please like and subscribe. I do private reads. The information for that is in the description below. Bye.